No time to mess around today, it's just all trucks. Unlike every other episode. Welcome back to the Scale Builders Guild. Thanks again for watching. It's episode 83 of What's on the Bench Weekly. And if you're not familiar with the show or new to the channel, welcome. This is where I take you through projects that are passing through the bench, or on, well, not through it, on the bench. What's on the bench? And just kind of give you a bit of a low effort look at things that I'm working on. I can't film everything. I try to though. Anyway, let's get right to it. First thing on the bench today, the FMS FCX10. This is a K5 Blazer. It's topless right now because that's how it comes out of the box. And if I wanted to put the topper on, I'd have to modify the Lexan. And we're still a few days away from being able to do that. 69, dude. So here it is. I'm gonna do a full-fledged standalone review and run of this truck as soon as time permits. Things are busy around here, thankfully, with work, which is great. And there's a lot of other things that I've got to do before I do this. Max Slash, for example. Relarlo follow-up after changing out for a larger battery and adding the gyro. The Tamiya Ranger body on the Element Enduro 12. Another thing that has to be done. The No Fun Haver 2. Still have to finish that. CUCV. Update today. All right, anyway, so yes, here it is here. I can say right off the bat, there's some things I'm not keen on. The body looks squished. I can't really put my finger on exactly what it is, but something's not quite right. And it's very square and short. Like it sits quite low on the suspension. I don't know. Anyway, we'll get a better look at this in a full review video. But I can say that I won't be passing any judgment until I actually take it out. There's some weird things going on and a lot of complications. Super Marsher. Is that the next t-shirt? Let me know in the comments down below. All right, on to the next thing. Next up, look at this tiny little guy. It's the Enduro 12 again. Element put out another Enduro 12, this time with a Bushido body, which is meant to look like a Suzuki Samurai, and this actually fits pretty well into the scale of everything else that we already have. Why didn't they do this first? I don't know. I wish there weren't body clips. But otherwise, this CR12 or Enduro 12 chassis that they built is pretty darn good. This one actually has metal links from the factory instead of the Sendero Enduro 12, which didn't. Not really sure why they made that running change. Glad they did though, because these links are quite nice and very robust in comparison to the ones that are plastic on the other chassis. But yeah, nice little guy right there. What would I have that would be in the right scale with that? Why can't I just have a Hilux? There's the cab for one anyway, and if it wasn't pinched, I'd say that's pretty much spot on. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. Uh-huh. So yeah, there you go. Perfect. Or perfect adjacent anyway. But yeah, this comes with the regular complement of stuff that you got with the other Enduro 12. Sticker sheet is slightly different. It's got obviously different stripe patterns and such. No SPG sticker on there. That's fine. Full manual, same remote, same battery, same everything. Just the metal links seem to be the only real running change. So yeah, good looking little truck. We'll have to see about taking it out for a little run. Look for that in a future video. All right, next on the bench. Boom Racing sent me this remote strap set. You'll see it's a free size. I think they probably meant one size. And this is like a wrist strap or a remote strap or a neck strap. I guess it includes all of those things. Let's see what we've got here. Yes, it does include all of those things. So you're getting your paracord style with some, these look like metal clips. These metal? Yeah, aluminum clips. There is a nice little clip here. This looks like your wrist strap, maybe. What else have we got here? We've got another longer, this is obviously a neck strap with an adjustable toggle, and that will clip into your radio right there. You feed this through here, that goes through there like that, and then this becomes your wrist strap, so you can connect this part to your radio. Just another option there if you want to have something to connect to radios in different manners. Nice, safe, secure method of connecting your radio to yourself. This is using like an S-beaner on here. There you go. Another option for keeping your radio safe and secure so it can't leave your neck. Thanks, Boom Racing, for sending that my way so we can feature it here on What's on the Bench. All right, on to the next thing. You've been asking for an update on the CUCV, and I've been looking for the time to work on it. I found some time and did some work on it. Not a ton of work from what you can see here. It's still a CUCV, but the tail lights are done now. I printed those on the Bamboo Labs X1 Carbon and painted them with some Tamiya X27, which is the clear red. Used an airbrush to get nice even coverage, and just taped over the bottom little reverse light area. Now, these are made for the bed kit from Rex Racer, or Mod 19 as he made me more commonly known, and he integrated an LED holder into these lights, into these tail lights. So I'm gonna have to work on getting a full light kit for this now. I think it's sort of necessary and mandatory. If you agree, put a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking. Of course, you know I love reading through your feedback, and I try to answer as many of those comments as I can. And if you're enjoying this video and you like this series, hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, what's stopping you? So yeah, do that. Carrying on here, you can see, did I have all the letters and everything done? I guess I did. That was probably already finished. Most of my focus so far was on the interior. Nothing on the cab changed. I did paint all of the trim. So the trim is done now. Hard to see because it's camouflage. And I did put in the side windows. I am going to leave this side, like the big side windows, open so you can see into the interior. Which got some work done on it. So let's take the cab off here quickly, and you can see some of the things that have happened. The seat's been painted now and kind of made to look very seat-like, very brown leather, which is, or brown vinyl probably more likely. The inner fenders have been painted, motor's been mounted, and I added some floor mats, which might be hard to see in here, but oops, just lost a tail light. There you go. There they are right there. I just designed and 3D printed those again on the X1 Carbon, but it didn't take much time to come up with that design. I also started gluing on the tires and started painting some of these accessories. This is one that I resin printed. It is a pretty realistic shifter. This was sort of how it looked, so pretty happy with how that turned out. That'll get glued in there shortly. And then that sort of led me to my next major sort of decision. I really like the Scale Designs by Mr. Comedy motor that I have over the LRT2 transmission from GCM, but I'm thinking these inner fenders don't really work, and they're not accurate to what would be inside a Chevy. So I'm gonna lose those and replace all of that with the RC four-wheel drive engine cover. But what I'm gonna do is cut out the faux plastic motor that's in the center and let this motor be the thing that lives, because it's, you know, dimensional and has all those accessories and looks really good. It's much more deep too. So that's going to be a rolling change. I've already ordered that interior cover or engine cover part. So that should show up in the next few days. Hopefully there'll be a further update on this going forward. But I'm loving this project. I think the best projects are the ones that take the longest. I've put so much time and effort into it. It's really nice to just be able to work on it at my own pace. I'm really looking forward to getting this done though. And driving it this summer. That's the goal. Yes. So let's do that, okay? All right, I think that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and of course, we'll see you again next week.